Everybody, David Barrett here from Entertainment Getaway TV, a familiar face right here, a staple in the Bay Area metal scene and rock and roll scene. This is Danny Shipman for you who do not know, but this guy goes to every metal show in the fucking Bay Area. He's an interviewer for Reality Check TV for a long time. Right there it is. Check it out. Check out their videos and Danny's interviews, along with Ace, Huge, Dragon Dave, and then Scotty D and Ron Bander and the Sacramento crew, right?
Ron Skullsmasher, Ron Bander, aka Ron Skullsmasher.
Yeah, and mention the Sacramento Reality Check crew. Who's that?
Yeah, that's Kevin and Shelly.
Okay, awesome, man. And so, if all of you aren't familiar in the Bay Area, Reality Check TV's been running around interviewing like legends, not limited to the Bay Area, but Danny and the guys go to LA, they go to Las Vegas, they go to Sacktown. I'm sure you guys have been to Reno, fucking everywhere, right?
Yeah, just about everywhere. I don't think we've been to Reno yet. I mean, I've been there personally, but Reality Check TV, I don't think has. But yeah, this is Reality Check TV's 35th anniversary, and we're strictly a YouTube thing now. So look up Reality Check TV on YouTube. We actually have a Reality Check Studio, which is all the interviews and band features, and not just bands. We got pop culture celebrities and other people like that. And then there's our Reality Check Live, where we have just live clips of different bands we filmed throughout the years. So definitely check that out if you can.
Just a little tidbit of information. They are a cable award-winning cable access show.
Well, thank you for bringing that up.
They went for many years. They, of course, went to YouTube, where there's definitely more viewing and unlimited content that you can
put. Long before YouTube, this is our 35th anniversary, so we started out in public access and spent a good 30 plus years on City Vision's cable channel 29 in San Francisco, where we started airing twice a month and evolved into being weekly, and we've won multiple awards. We got the cable access awards like 4 years in a row for best entertainment, music, and arts show, and we've gotten a lot of other press and write-ups. Our most infamous, of course, when we made the Channel 7 news, because a viewer got offended by one of our clips, which featured an adult film star doing some naughty things. And we probably shouldn't have shown that, but we did, and it upset some lady, and she actually got us some major league publicity like we've never gotten before.
Oh, nice.
We are a shock rock show. We do television of the extreme, try to show the most outrageous and extreme theatrical bands and artists.
Wasp being one of them.
Yeah, that's a more infamous one, since Blackie Lawless ended up being a complete diva jerk. And we didn't get it.
Let the truth be known. I'm a big fan of Wasp, and I feel when Chris Holmes left the first time, it was like it wasn't the same.
I was hanging out with Chris Holmes that day, but I saw Blackie hanging out in the dressing room, and I came out to introduce myself to him, let him know I was here to do the interview, and he said, "Yeah, we'll see what goes." They weren't sure if they were gonna have time to squeeze me in or not. And then I got bitched out by the tour manager for approaching Blackie backstage. He said, "Nobody talks to Blackie." And they said
what?
That was really uncool, and I shouldn't have done that. They said, "I pissed Blackie off, and I'm not going to get my interview now."
It's a diva bullshit, and who else is a big diva in rock and roll, and I fucking hate him. I think he's the worst singer. Axl Pose.
Oh yeah.
Fuck that guy.
I'm sure he is. That wouldn't surprise me.
I don't even think the guy's a talent. I think he's a hack, personally. I've never been a fan of Guns N' Roses or Axl.
Wasp had a train wreck of a performance with they were at Slim's, and the video screen came down in front of Blackie while he was performing.
Oh no shit! Wow.
And one of his roadies actually set it off, and he threw a big tantrum and stormed off stage.
That's wild, man. I'll tell you what. This is one of the few guys that I've interviewed that we could sit in front of this camera and probably do a Netflix series on Danny's stories in rock and roll all over the years. And SF Native, who's in front of Eli's right now.
Yeah.
And my band Mannequin Planet played here opening for the Mentors and Potty Mouth.
Yeah,
what other great shows do you remember from Eli's Mile High Club right here in Oakland, California?
Well, a couple times our buddies Raven have played here, and Raven have a DVD out called Rock Until You Drop, and we contributed a lot of content for that. I actually interviewed Lars Ulrich and Chuck Billy and David Ellefson and a few other people, and I even interviewed myself and some Raven fans, and we all appear in that two-disc set DVD documentary, which was produced by Raven and featuring their whole history of every album they made up to that point. And
that's the great band, originally from England, part of the new wave of British heavy metal, now relocated to the United States. They got a few mini drummers that came since Rob Wacko, but they're still going. They're even playing a show here at DNA Lounge again. The Gallagher Brothers, rock on.
And in fact, tonight I'm here at Eli's. I'm here to do my own interview. I'm going to be interviewing Savage Master from Kentucky, who are very theatrical occult metal. Female-fronted. You know, I'm a big supporter of women in metal, and I love the female-fronted, all-female bands. Also, Vorlest, another fantastic local Oakland-based female-fronted black metal band, is playing here tonight. So I'm going to be filming them and doing my stuff with them.
Cool. So, are you on your way to putting? Are you gonna? So I heard Reality Check was not doing things, and then I see Ace and the guys covering the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame and the NAMM show. So are you guys doing your own thing now, or what's going on?
Like I said, I'm semi-retired. You know, we left Channel 29 after over 30 years, busted my butt, putting on a weekly show every week, and I've been showing a lot of reruns. Ever since the pandemic, it kind of crippled us.
Okay.
And we kind of had to start over from scratch, and I decided, you know, I did it for many years. I don't want to, like, you know, I've decided to just go to a YouTube thing, because now I don't have any deadlines to worry about. I can make this, I can show individual segments and make them as long or as short as I want.
There you go.
Instead of trying to cram everything into a 28-minute, 30-second episode.
And as you said, there's no deadlines.
Yeah.
And what I had to mention is that, for what I have respect for you and Ace and Huge and everybody running around, is that, like being in a band, it's a commitment. You have to go along with the schedule and times and be there and be on time and keep at it. You can't just go, oh, I'll do one interview and then blow off 5 interviews, I'll get back to it, because content is everything, and if you don't keep updating, no one's going to give a fuck, right? Give me some feedback, man.
Absolutely. I mean, some people, I get people asking me all the time how they can do what I can do, and
it's commitment, bro.
It is commitment, drive, and a passion. Because there was this new TV show that started out on Channel 29, and I heard they were going to be similar to us, and I'm always excited when new shows come out trying to do what we're doing. You know, I think that's good, and they're going to help support the scene. Well, these guys were bragging they were going to knock us off our throne, and they were the new kids in town.
What's the point?
And then they realized doing this is much harder work than they thought it was going to be. And they gave up. They feel, oh, this is too hard, man. Like, it is hard, but it's fun. You gotta love what you do.
Because you treat it like a job, and you got to be passionate about it to stick with it.
I mean, it's hard work, but it's fun work that I enjoy.
Exactly.
I bust my ass, but I'm enjoying busting my ass and give this out and give people the best stuff. And, you know, like I said, I'm in the TV show I've wanted to see, because there's all these bands I've always liked I wish people would interview. Well, I had to take them out myself and interview them myself.
And we thank you for your good service, sir, over the years. And I have to say, too, Danny has popped up in many thrash documentaries like Bay Area Godfathers.
Well, I actually produced Bay Area Godfathers.
Okay,
it's a documentary about the history of the Bay Area metal scene, and it's not. We don't just do the thrash scene. We got it all. We got your, you know, Exodus, Testament, Metallica. That's all, and Death Angel, of course. That's in our documentary.
But you're still a fan of rock and roll.
But we've got the whole hard rock and metal scene covered. We got Y&T. We got Jason Becker in the film. We got Davey Vane.
That's all Bay Area folks right there.
So that's all the whole
represent.
San Francisco Bay Area. There was a big glam scene as well, and we make sure we got no stone unturned. The Stone was where all the shows were at, and the Omni. Yeah, so we
man.
All that stuff covered. There was so much to cover. We had to make it into a 2-part documentary, 3 hours altogether, and it's streaming up on Tubi if you want to see it for free. Bay Area Godfathers.
And I've seen you pop up other documentaries and videos, just Murder in the Front Row.
Well, I'm not in Murder in the Front Row.
Okay.
But those were all my friends. A couple of my old roommates are in that movie, but they never reached out to me to be in that, which I'm a little disappointed about. But hey, I got my own documentary, and then they got theirs. And actually, both their documentaries together really cover the whole. You'll learn everything you know about the Bay Area if you watch both documentaries. But I'm also in Get Thrash. That's why I'm probably most well known as I appear in the documentary Get Thrash, which is the history of thrash metal.
You know where I rented that when it first came out at Blockbuster?
Oh, no kidding.
I rented that on the shelf, and it was like, holy fuck, and there's Danny Shipman in the fucking movie.
Yeah,
that's awesome, dude.
Hooked up some of the other people that interviewed that, and I helped them out with some memorabilia and footage. And I'm in 2 unauthorized Metallica documentaries that are out there. One called Dark Souls, the other one's called Kill 'Em All to Saint Anger, the critical review. I'm in both those, and they're on YouTube if you don't find them in your local video store.
I gotta ask an old schooler like you, man, because I was in Florida when Metallica was out, and I worship the ground that the first 4 records and the Garage Days EP, but they lost me after that. I'm one of those fans that just. What did you think of that? Of when they went to Load, Reload, and the Black Album? And
they've done some things I'm thoroughly disgusted as a fan, but but from a business point, I kind of understand it because everything they do translates to money for them. Like what I would want them to do as a fan would not make them money. You know, they're a corporate money.
But did they have to go with the guy liner and the feather boa and all that?
That contradicts everything they say. They used to always talk shit about bands that wore eyeliner, meaning all the glam rock
poser stuff. Yeah.
You know, there they are wearing eyeliner on Load and even tongue kissing each other.
Tongue kissing each other. Like Dave Navarro and Anthony from the video Warped. Yeah. What? So here we are at Eli's. Danny, I got to know some more great shows of Eli's. I saw Backstabbeth and Ancient Mariner and Grandma here.
I haven't been to too many shows at Eli's, to be honest.
We're always pumping up the clubs in the Bay.
Slim is just no longer with us. You know, DNA Lounge. I think I'm at DNA Lounge more than I am at any other place. And then we're going to be losing the Parkside very soon.
And Bottom of the Hill, unfortunately.
Yeah, I had my 50th birthday at the Parkside, where I had one of my all-time favorite bands, Bitch, headline. Betsy Bitch.
Oh yeah, and Nashville Pussy was there.
Yeah. I don't think they played Bottom of the Hill a few times. I don't recall them ever playing the Parkside.
I heard, but they've had a lot. I know I interviewed and filmed Agnostic Front there, and they were cool.
Great American Music Hall.
Didn't Thor play there too?
He's played Bottom of the Hill, and he also played my 39th birthday.
The mighty Thor from Canada.
Yeah. Thor the Rock Warrior.
We love Thor.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't know him, get out of the rock you've been living under.
Yeah. Look up Thor.
He's a fucking metal god and fucking heavy metal, old school too, 80s guy.
Yeah,
so Danny,
he's from the 70s. He started. His first album came out in '77.
I have the movie.
Yeah.
And I love it, man. So I gotta know, you're a big fan of women in metal and rock and roll.
Right.
You got Lee Aaron.
Yes.
Betsy Bitch.
Yes.
Lita Ford.
Yes, we've had Lita Ford on the show.
Give us some more women in metal. Wendy O. Williams, rest in peace.
This band is worse. We opened up for Wendy O. Williams, but we didn't get to meet her. She showed up and did the show, then she had a car waiting for her and ran out and split. But I'm super into Burning Witches right now, and I also recommend Hellcats and Nervosa.
What about Dogma? Ron interviewed them.
I'm wearing a Dogma shirt.
Right on.
And then they're coming to San Francisco on St. Patrick's Day. They're playing in San Francisco.
All-female band that have this nun, Days of the Dead nun.
Yeah. They're highly controversial right now, since they're basically have a revolving door of members, and there's this puppet master behind the scenes working. So a lot of people aren't too happy that they're not really what you see is what you get from the old music videos that they put out. Since all the girls that were on the album or in the music videos aren't in the band now, and they're just all about hiding behind these masks.
Okay.
Which is there's a big uproar, so they expanding.
Kind of like Ghost. It's like revolving memories. You don't know who's behind the mask.
They're known as the female Ghost, and actually I want to do a feature on them, but I'm probably going to stay away from the controversy. And they're probably going to not want me to interview them unless I intentionally stay away from the controversy and just do a straight ahead, them in character type of thing. Is probably what they're going to make me do if I can even get this pull off. Me and Skull Smasher both really want to interview them, and
you guys should start your own YouTube page and be Skull and Shipman.
Yeah, well, basically that can be on the Reality Check TV YouTube, because me and Skull have teamed up, to interview a lot of great girl bands, like Doro Pesh, female fronted.
Yeah, Doro from Warlock.
She's still going strong, and Jen from the Jenna Torturers, we did that one together too,
And me and Danny were on stage with a female Mentors cover band called the Wool Mentors.
The Wool Mentors, yes.
And that was some days at Annie's Social Club.
Yes.
Remember Annie's?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Those were some fun times. Dancing with the Wool Mentors, who were about as sloppy as the real Mentors.
Right?
Yeah.
They were great, man. The tampons and everything. The fucking pink hoods.
There's an El Duce DVD documentary that's out now, which has my interview with the Wool Mentors in that as an extra.
I own that. I know that the trash something. So I'm a big fan. Again, I opened for them here, Mannequin Planet, the Mentors, Body Mouth. That was awesome. So my band is on your Reality Check Live, Mannequin Planet.
Yes, you are. I should have mentioned Mannequin Planet is on the Reality Check TV Live.
Yeah, we won the Battle of the Bands, and got to play the Hate Street Fair, which is pretty cool. We're a theatrical band. Not sure if you got to catch us yet, but hopefully soon.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to ask you, I mean, I know you're like an encyclopedia for rock and metal. Like myself, I just love guys like you that we could talk for hours about it and our love for metal. Give me your top 5 power metal bands.
Power metal bands. Well,
we're breaking it down right now.
Definitely Battle Beast, which again, we're going female fronted there. Then I also like Beast in Black, which is related to Battle Beast. That's 2. Then I like Hammerfall. That's 3. And if I'm being generic, I'll throw Halloween on there.
Halloween.
That's 4. Yeah.
That's a German metal, folks.
And they're coming to town with Beast in Black to the Warfield later this year.
So yeah, power metal, great dual vocalists. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a fifth, but there's so many.
I mean, Armored Saint, they're power metal, right? Would you consider?
I just call them straight up heavy metal.
Okay, heavy metal.
They're really good friends of mine, Armored Saint.
That's why I want to break it down to genres with you. So we'll move on to give me your top 5 favorite prog metal bands.
Well, I don't know too much about prog metal. Like, I really like symphonic metal.
Queensryche, old school Queensryche.
Yeah. But I'm really into symphonic metal bands. You know, like Nightwish and
Epica, right? Would they be one?
Epica, they're definitely symphonic.
How about Dream Theater, Fate's Warning, dude? You're not a fan of them?
Well, that's more prog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Prog metal.
I'm not too big on that.
You're not a big guy on that. Okay. How about thrash metal bands?
Okay, well,
let's go 10. We're going 10 this time.
Yeah, well, number 1 would definitely be Exodus.
The number 1.
Yeah.
Exodus. Are you more of a Bailoff, Zetro, or Dukes guy?
Bailoff and Zetro, because they were both. I mean, I'm cool with Dukes too, but Zetro,
I'm with you. Zetro's my guy first.
Zetro is a really good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And he still is. But
to me, those are the records.
A lot of these bands all the Barry bands are my brothers. So, Exodus, and then of course Death Angel and Testament. And then Violence and Forbidden.
Yeah.
That's 5, and those are all Bay Area. Then there's Creator and Destruction.
German metal.
That's 7.
Yes, sir.
Destruction's going on tour with Testament.
Sodom, right?
Yeah. I definitely throw.
What about?
Sodom,
let's give Laz Rocket some love. Power metal turned thrash metal, or
they were borderline thrash. They get lumped in with thrash, but they were more of like they were borderline glam. They were just kind of heavy metal, and then they got a little more intense and really heavy borderline thrash. And just like Vicious Rumors would probably be power metal.
Yeah, there you go. Vicious Rumors.
That's another Bay Area band that's featured in Bay Area Godfathers. Actually, Laz Rocket and Vicious Rumors are 2 overlooked bands that appear in Bay Area Godfathers.
No doubt, and I've always loved that. No matter what singer Vicious Rumors had, they were always a great vocalist, without doubt. Now Brian Allen is in Metal Church from Vicious Rumors and killing it right now. You know about that new Metal Church lineup?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, Ken Mary and Dave Ellefson. So we're gonna go to
Ellefson's in Metal Church now.
Your favorite black metal bands?
Yeah, black metal band. Well, I'm not big on black metal, but I definitely the obvious Venom and Mayhem. I think
old school
are pretty cool. And then of course I got to include a Bothan Immortal. My most famous interview was my interview with a Bothan when he was an Immortal back in 2002. Which the first video went viral. It's been made into memes. And it's in all these best of black metal interviews or the top 10 funniest black metal interviews. My interview with the boss is like in all of those. It's crazy how that one is spread out all over.
Give us your 5 favorite Canadian metal bands.
Okay, well that would be Anvil. My buddies in Anvil.
Yes, Lips and yeah.
Exciter and
Exciter.
Voivod.
Voivod, we love it.
Yeah. Voivod, and then I guess it was Lee Aaron.
Remember Helix?
Yeah, Helix.
Right?
Yeah,
what?
I saw Helix play with Wasp and Crocus in 1984 at the San Jose Civic, and they were fucking amazing. But they wouldn't be in my top 5 because they're more commercial. But I do like some of their songs. Heavy Metal Love, Rock You.
Well, we can go into other favorites of industrial metal, glam metal, but we'll skip all that. We kept it to the pure and what Danny's really into. I mean, look at this vest. Creator and Guar. Look at this. Chastain, David Chastain. Come on,
and Leather Leon's my homegirl.
We're talking about
That's Hellion.
Death Angel.
Hellion,
Okay,
female
Hellion,
fighter.
Lee Aaron.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So
Anne Boleyn, she's in Hellion.
give us your favorite concerts. We're talking about either Cow Palace or the Stone or wherever. One Step Beyond.
Well,
Some memorable concerts. Give me
well,
10 and what year and what
shit.
venue.
Okay, well, my all-time favorite concert, it has to be 2001, the Thrash of the Titans, which brought thrash metal back onto the map. That was the benefit show for Chuck Billy and the late Chuck Schuldner's death, where all the old bands got back together for one night, 12-hour concert.
Wow. And some of those bands, if you don't know.
That was Exodus. Well, the bands that reformed were Death Angel, Exodus, and Violence, and Legacy, a.k.a. Testament, and Heathen, and Sadist. And then also Flotsam and Jetsam came up for that, and Anthrax as well, and SOD.
Wow,
So that was
what a
just,
show. And this was at Maritime Hall.
Yeah, Maritime
you
Hall.
remember?
It was sold out, and it brought attention back to thrash metal. When I saw Warlock at the Stone, that was very special. The first time I saw Warlock at the Stone, I got to meet Doro afterwards.
Oh,
I had
wow.
Such a religious experience, headbanging in the front row of that show. Also the Thrash Jam of 1990. That was a long day with them. They just had all these bands play. It was Testament, Exodus, and Heathen, and I think Violence, and some local bands like Bacchus and Mordred, and a whole ton of bands. Primus were going to play last, but
Where was this at again?
at the Stone.
Okay, at the
They were
Stone.
just celebrating all the years ago. They called Thrash Jam 1990, and they just had all the top thrash bands in the Bay Area. Playing like 15-minute sets each. It was just incredible and very, very exciting. And also, one of my favorite interviews in live bands to see was the Impotent Sea Snakes.
Yeah, I remember them. I'm very influenced by them with what I do in Mannequin
And you
Planet.
saw me get molested by them backstage during the interview.
I probably filmed it because I
did.
filmed them every time they played.
Yeah, that chick forced me on my knees and shoved my face right into her pussy.
That's awesome. I also filmed Danny on stage doing backup vocals with Joe Belladonna and Concord, and Steve and Chuck Billy and Steve from Testament Exodus.
Chuck Billy and Zetra sang backup on Antisocial and Joey Belladonna from Anthrax solo show.
That's right. It was not Vinny's Bourbon Street.
Yeah, and actually it was Chuck who pulled me up there with him. I wanted to watch him and Zetra, but they go, no, come with us. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome. Antisocial.
Yeah, but I'm nobody. I mean, come on.
So, what are, you've gone outside the Bay Area. I see you at a lot of conventions like Fan Expo. I'm sure you've been to Sinister Creature Con and stuff. But what are some of the favorite celebrities that you've interviewed outside of music? Give me that.
Outside of music, well, the biggest celebrity we ever got was Mike Tyson at the Adult Entertainment Expo.
Oh, really? That's great, man.
Yeah.
Huge.
Exactly. He gave us like 2 minutes, and he was really cool. And
let me just say, Danny and the boys have covered the CES convention, the AVN, and wasn't Richard Dreyfuss and Gene Simmons walking around there, and maybe some other celebrities,
Gene
right?
Simmons was walking around, and we got a little secret here. We've interviewed Gene Simmons a few times, but Gene Simmons was at the Adult Entertainment Expo, and he was filming for his reality show Family Jewels, and we discovered it wasn't so reality because he was doing retakes of everything.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. We saw him flat out going, let's shoot that one over again.
What other stars have you seen there? I've heard Richard Dreyfuss.
I rented to Penn Jillette from Penn and Teller.
Okay.
Also, I rented to the Max Baer who played Jethro on the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, no shit. Wow.
I rented to one of the Fabrice from Milli Vanilli.
Really? Wow, that's out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
Holy cow.
He was there hanging out, and I talked to him for a little bit. He was a nice guy. I even saw, I think his name's Joey Fatone from Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was at GalaxyCon recently.
In fact, I did a little gag on camera with him where I'm busting his balls for being a little pansy-ass boy band,
That's awesome. So getting
back, suck, man. Away from your enemy, man. I'm your enemy.
Away from the porno convention and stuff. What are your other favorite interviews that are with Hollywood actors and those type people, man?
Well, Well, from the Batman TV series, we got the late Frank Gorshin, who played the Riddler.
Where was that? WonderCon?
It was at some card collector expo thing where there was some.
No way, Frank Gorshin. Holy shit. And where was that at? Vegas? Here?
It was in the city.
Oh, no way.
And then we got Julie Newmar, the Catwoman from the Batman TV series.
Oh, nice. I think that's the same place I met her, was at WonderCon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who else? I know we saw Margot Kidder running around back in the day.
I've interviewed Margot Kidder before.
Yeah.
Short and brief, but not very exciting.
Well, she over the years, yeah, she kind of was losing it, but who else? I mean, you know, there's such a cavalcade of stars that Danny's interviewed in the movie industry.
Yeah. That would be Ace and Dragon Dave. Interviewed those guys more so than me. You know,
okay. Well, who did those guys get? Just name some that they could see on Reality Check TV.
Yeah, well, Kevin Smith, you know from Jay and Silent Bob and other.
Okay. Kevin got on camera and did his thing. Okay.
A couple times, Ace has got to interview Kevin Smith and who was the guy who played and the late Nichelle Nichols, who was Lieutenant Uhura on the original Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so these guys covered Fan Expo and SF. What used to be WonderCon, they've covered that. I believe went to Sacramento for Sinister Creature Con.
We also got Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself.
Oh, you got him?
And the late Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia.
Oh, wow, yeah, they were at WonderCon before Carrie
people have been on
passed.
shows that are dead now.
I know, right? Well, I also got to mention that, you know, you've been to Vegas, and what have you covered out there, just to give people a little Vegas stuff?
Okay, well, we mainly do the Adult Entertainment Expo, and that's where we've met some other celebrities. You know, we got Ron Jeremy quite a few times, and Nina Hartley, and some of the other bigger names in the Adult Entertainment. And I interviewed the busty Claudia Maria, which turned into a makeout session on camera.
Hey, who's going to say no to that?
Yeah, exactly. We had a very passionate.
So I've run into Danny at the Rainbow Barn Girl anniversary concert.
Yes.
We've seen the likes of Lizzie Borden, Jeff Tate, and many others. What do you remember of certain bands? And that's a great thing going on. If you guys don't know about it, twice a year, April and Labor Day weekend, anniversary concert. They give you a free T-shirt and food, and it's an outdoor fucking love for heavy metal, brother. Yeah. This year it's going to be Armored Saint, Alien Ant Farm, LA Guns, and Pentagram.
Well, I'm gonna have to go to that then. Shit.
Yeah, that's April 19th. So
the best thing about that is all the women LA has to offer. That's my favorite thing about going to the Sunset.
Doesn't it bring you back to that vibe of like what?
Yeah, that's like heavy metal lives there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the Statue of Lemmy. Let's not forget the fucking godfather of fucking rock and roll, man.
We covered the unveiling of the statue. That's a
oh, nice.
We covered the statue. Of course, we had Lemmy on.
So recently, that's important to document because I'm a huge fan of Lemmy, and you guys went down there to do that.
And we've had Lemmy on the show many times. He became a really good friend of ours.
Nice.
He was a great guy. I mean, best thing about Lemmy is he really cared about the fans. He did not want to get he wanted to make sure the fans were always treated well, and he wanted to make sure they didn't get ripped off, or you'd have to answer to him.
Hey man, he was the real deal, brother. He did things his own way and didn't kiss anybody's ass, and I love him for it. So I'm gonna bring a blast from the past that's no longer with us, but many years Danny and Reality Check covered the Exotic Erotic Ball at the Cow Palace.
The Exotic Erotic Ball was a lot of fun.
I saw Motorhead, Kevin Nash, Andy Dick on one thing, and then
Andy Dick. We had him on camera. He started doing an interview with Dragon Dave, and he was like playing it up, and he goes, "What's this for?" He goes, "Hey, look at this over here, blah blah." And he goes, "By the way, what's this for? Reality Check TV. Oh, you're on public access, aren't you? Yeah, that's right. You can yell goodbye."
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember coming Dragon Dave. Hey, we got dissed by Andy Dick. I'm all, who the fuck is Andy Dick?
I know.
He goes, dude, he's standing over there. Well, I don't give a fuck if you can hear me. Who the hell's Andy Dick?
Yeah.
Why should I care? I didn't really know who he was at the time, and now he's some homeless loser.
Yeah, I know. Now he's smoking crack in the alley. Fuck that guy. So, man, what other bands or certain things you remember at Exotic Erotic Ball.
Yeah, well,
Perry Mann's Exotic.
lots of gratuitous nudity. A lot of it really good. Some of it not so good, like men jacking off in public. But I've seen some blowjobs happening in public too.
Sounds like Folsom Street Fair.
Yeah. At the Exotic Erotic Ball.
What great bands do you remember? I mean, they had.
Motorhead, Joan Jett, and Biff Naked like put on an electrifying performance there, and then they've had other acts like Bootsy Collins.
Yeah, Chris Isaac, Motorhead.
Well, I don't remember seeing Chris Isaac there, but they got Grace Jones headlined one year.
Oh wow!
I heard about her bitching about the champagne not being to her liking, and Dennis Rodman was there too.
Huh?
And I heard Dennis Rodman went home with the Miss Exotic winner went home with Dennis Rodman that night. And we had Danny Bonaducci was there as a guest.
Oh, I met him there before too. He was smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, and I actually fooled around with some chick in Ron Jeremy's dressing room.
Wild.
Yeah.
So, man, we could go on and on forever. Yeah. I mean, Danny is a staple in the Bay Area scene. He's probably one of the only people who's not a musician or an actor or a comedian or wrestler that I interview on the show, but he's interviewed so many people and he has stories and memories for days. And he's a big supporter of local bands and the heavy metal scene, as is Reality Check TV. And anything you want to add, Danny, on certain, any great interviews do you remember? Just go through some of your best interviews to end this right now. Yeah, who are your favorite interviews over the years, bro? Well, 10 of them.
Okay, well, definitely Dee Snider in 1994.
Twisted Sister, my first concert, 84.
Yeah, that was and all the Dee Snider, he just canceled the Twisters, canceled their 50th anniversary reunion tour because Dee is ill and just can't perform up to the level that he used to. So, all the best to him. But I mean, that was like, he was one of my idols, and that was like me, a fan meeting his idol, and I just had to feel a lot of the frustration because that Twisters got big for the wrong reasons. They got misrepresented. They got turned into this other thing that not like I was into them before they got big, and I was kind of mad when all MTV kind of ruined them,
Yeah.
Made them into this TV bopper.
Remember the Leader of the Pack? That was kind of like the beginning of the end for that.
Yeah, but because their first two albums I think are masterpieces.
Fuck yeah.
And then my favorite interview is also one of my absolute favorites is with Dark Funeral. Speaking more black metal, those guys really, I'm an atheist, and they really tore apart Christianity and the Bible for the scam and fiction it is. And you really need to check that out. That's up on our YouTube page. And also Joey Ramone. I interviewed him in 1994. The late great Joey Ramone of the Ramones, and he was just really good. He had so much to say, and was really enthusiastic.
Wow.
And then also my interview with the Infinite Sea Snakes when I got molested by that big blonde dominatrix.
That's great, man. They put on one hell of a show.
And just everything that was done that night. And
man, there's so many. It's a big blur because Danny has seen so many places and so many faces. Holy cow! You guys covered the NAMM show.
The ones that really come to my mind first would be the Joey Ramone, the Infinite Sea Snakes, Dee Snider, and Dark Funeral.
How about all the rock stars at the NAMM show in Anaheim? Crazy, right? Overload.
The best footage we ever got at NAMM was with the late great Dimebag Darrell, who hammed it up for the camera, and he had Crown Royal. He was making everybody drink. He made Ace and Hugh take shots of Crown Royal.
Oh wow!
And then he played a little ditty on the guitar. Reality check.
No shit, he did that.
Yeah, we used to show that on the ending credits of every show.
Wow, that's badass.
Yeah. And we got Cliff Williams of AC/DC that year.
Well, we have to mention, rest in peace, Dennis Hoff from the Bunny Ranch. Reality Check, guys.
Now you gotta talk to Dragon Dave about that. Dragon Dave has got some awesome footage of the Moonlight Bunny Ranch.
But yeah, Reality Check went out there and covered Dennis Hoff's.
We put out a home video.
Of the whole thing. I own it, man.
Bunny Ranch parties,
yeah. So check for that, and there's a lot of history. These guys.
There's celebrities that show up at that one, We got Joey Buttafuoco there, and also was that Divine Brown who blew Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in there too. She was in the mix.
We
That's
got,
funny.
got her,
Divine Brown.
her there. Yeah, they got Johnny Buss, who owns the LA Lakers. I mean, a lot of Bob Zamuda, who used to manage Andy Kaufman, who also appears as the alter ego that him and Andy Kaufman both do. Tony Clifton.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's too bad you never made it to the Playboy Mansion to interview Hef.
I know fucking Deborah Jo Fondren, who was a 1968 Playmate of the Year, was trying to get us to tried to make arrangements for us to go to one of those parties, but it just never materialized. Unfortunately.
Did you ever go to any LA parties with, like, say, Pamela DeBar or anything?
Yeah, I went to the Pamela DeBar party.
I had to bring that up.
And I met Rodney Bingenheimer.
Rodney, the mayor of Sunset Strip.
Yeah,
in case you don't know.
I was still stoked to meet Rodney Bingenheimer. That was.
Who else was at that party, man? Holy cow, that's exclusive.
Well, I didn't know. There's just all these different Hollywood people. There was somebody from some band, some soul band. I forget what they were called, but Yvonne knew who they were. Our reality chick, Yvonne.
Yeah, Yvonne, 007. So I have to bring this up because I hate the fucking Grammys and I hate the rock and rap hole of shame and shit that I call it. So for the metalheads that have the fucking heavy metal Hall of Fame, for us, brother. And I know Ace was down there interviewing Chris Holmes and Stephen Pierce-Rat, Carlos Cavazzo. How do you feel about us finally getting our fucking heavy metal Hall of Fame, bro?
Well, it's about time someone made a
fucking
metal Hall of Fame. There's a lot of minor metal Hall of Fames out there, but there's actually an official one that's an annual event that's held every year in LA at NAMM time.
Yeah.
And they've been getting in a lot of good people. A lot of people individually, like Ricky Rocket from Poison was individually inducted this year, along with Stephen Pierce of Rat. But the first one, they had Randy Rhoads inducted, and and his sister and brother were there to accept for him.
Well, now with this crap rap taking over, I almost respect hanging out with Stephen Piercy and Ricky Rocket more because at least they represent rock and roll.
Absolutely.
And not this shitty fucking rap pop music that's like, it's spoon-fed to people and people eat it up like retards, man.
I know, man. Watching like the Grammys, it just sickens because like this is what the public views as normal.
I know.
There's this whole underside to it that doesn't get its recognition. But that's something funny about metalheads. We bitch and gripe about not getting recognition, but sometimes when it does get recognition, we cry sellout. Like Metallica used to be the
like Twisted Sister on MTV. That moment where you're like,
Metallica used to be the epitome of the underground. They were so underground when they started out, and I want them to get recognition. Now that they've gotten too much recognition, okay, it's too much now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, Danny, again, I appreciate your time, man. I swear we should just team up and do a show together because between both of us and our stories, it would be vast, brother. So I appreciate, again, Danny Shipman, Reality Check TV, and just a metal encyclopedia and enthusiast and a brother of mine in the fucking community and for our Bay Area scene, man. Rock the fuck on, and we'll see you at another music venue near you.